What the hell is going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle. We're jumping back into the countdown for the 350 million global downloads reached celebration, meaning both Japan and global combined together, getting 350 million downloads. Goodness gracious. But we're not going to be referencing or going over any of that. In fact, we're going to be posing a question. And I want you guys to take this very seriously and really think about it. Should you use your red and gold coins for a brand new unit or a dupe on an OP one?
I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my home.
So recently I made a video going over spending 500 gold coins on LR Tech Jiren. And honestly, it did really well. You guys really seemed to enjoy it. A lot of comments left. And a bunch of people were, agreeing with me. And no one really had any problems with me suggesting to use 500 gold coins on LR Jiren because he's really, really good. I mean, the main objection I saw was maybe saying like, hey, he's really powerful, but he may not be necessarily needed as much as in the past because of the 6-year anniversary, adding so many damn good characters to the Universal Survival Saga that it kind of pushes him out a little bit, right? Before the 6-year anniversary, definitely pick this guy up for sure. He is a monster. After the 6-year anniversary, the Universal Survival Saga is good without him. But with that said, he's still an extremely powerful unit, and his art is super, super dope, right? Including his SSR and his TUR, and his super attacks look really clean. Like there's the TUR looks absolutely heat, even though his legs look tiny, but it's more like perspective. And then the SSR looks fire as well. That looks absolutely sick. But even with that said, he's still got a place, right? In certain teams, if you're trying to bring Universe 11 characters and things like that, right? He's really, really strong. And he's kind of strong in all events. Now, I followed that up with another video, and that one got much more pushback. Not as many people agreeing on this advice that I was giving. And the simple advice was 400 red coins for STR Extreme Bojack. Now, to me, it's a no-brainer. Bojack is the main space traveling warriors category lead. HP, attack, and defense 170%. 170 is his category. That is pretty wild if you ask me. That is really, really powerful. Really, really strong. And he's also a time traveler's lead. 150 across the board. 3 key, of course. And he's a support. Like, this dude's pretty solid in the beginning, right? 100% attack and defense, okay, whatever. But his passive skill really kicks in on the second half. His support is massive. Space Traveling Warriors gain 2 key, attack and defense 30%. That's only if you're facing one enemy. If you're facing 2 enemies, it's actually 40% attack and defense. If you're facing 3 enemies, it's actually 50% attack and defense. So to me, that's really, really big. A 50% attack and defense buff, then it drops down to 40, then it drops down to 30. That means that theoretically you can bring him into something like Super Battle Road, and as long as you don't put him in the first turn, he should be fine, because even on his super attack, he raises attack and defense when he supers for that one turn. So even though he starts at about 130 to 160k, depending on how many dupes you have in him for defense, he can get to 180, 190, 200 plus K, depending on the rotation, right? And so he'll hold his own, even in Super Battle Road. And so that was one big thing, like, oh, he gets hit too hard. Well, you just got to understand where to place him in the team and who to put him around him. Like, for example, put him next to LR Int Bojack. they're just going to work so perfectly together. It's absolutely insane. And again, Space Traveling Warriors, there's certain missions that have to be completed with Space Traveling Warriors, one of the biggest ones being the GT Legendary Goku event. So, you know, I don't understand not wanting to pick him up and clear that event, since he's the only Space Traveling Warriors, you know, main lead there. So you kind of have to bring him along. Yeah, there's ways to cheese that event, but it's not going to be as easy as bringing this guy along, point blank and simple. And once again, the category Space Traveling Warriors is fantastic. They have the aforementioned LR Jiren on there. You have LR Turles, who's legitimately one of the best LRs in the game. Just a spectacular unit. Really crazy. If you're deciding to bring a Jiren, you can bring that in Topo if you want. You got the physical Beerus and the Whis and the Vados, so if you want to bring some Realm of God type characters. Strength Cooler is on here, and he's always going to contribute big time to any event he's on. Strength Topo, absolutely phenomenal. Just, you know, insane. The Ginyu Force, who will be getting their Extreme Z Awakening very, very soon. The LR Int Bojack, like I mentioned before. Physical Cooler, who will be getting his EZA very soon. If you're facing Goku's family, you can definitely bring the AGL Cooler, who's spectacular against Goku's family. LR EZA Frieza is absolutely great. One of the best free-to-play EZAs in the game. And then, who else do we have here? I think that's pretty much it for units, because it's all going to be SRs and SSRs. And I don't think... Oh, Nappa Vegeta, but I'm not really a huge fan of them. If you want to bring the Strength Hit for whatever reason. Tech Raditz, I just have him... I guess I have him in his... What's it called state? In his level 100 state. Because I do have him. I don't know why it's showing it like that. And then, anybody else that I'm missing? I don't think so. That's on Space Traveling Warriors. That's pretty much it. And everybody kind of down here is not really worth bringing along. But regardless, that's a very good team. I mean, Strength, Turles getting buffed and then buffing people in at the same time is pretty insane. Vados, same thing. Whis, same thing. So really, really strong category, and definitely deserving of a top TUR spot. I mean, the fact that people were downplaying this man and just really kind of ridiculing him and saying like, oh, he's a bottom tier TUR? Like, bro, I had a discussion with Mr. Baby, and he honestly thinks that Strength Bojack is the better, superior version to Strength Cooler, which is a really bold claim. I think that they're similar in power. I think that definitely this man is better defensively in this form than Cooler, because Cooler has really bad defense when he's in his, you know, second form. But that offensive output he has against pure Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans is absolutely insane. This guy also has a lot of power if you're grabbing a lot of orbs. But the main issue I have with him is the fact that even though he gains a lot of power when grabbing a lot of orbs, you kind of want to save those orbs for the LR and Bojack that you're going to have on the team, or LR Turles, because they are going to be a lot more impactful grabbing those orbs and getting those 18 key super attacks. So at that point, his passive skill in gaining the orbs is kind of redundant, because you're not really going to be focusing on getting him the the orbs. I just realized I didn't put a sticker on him, which I have to. That is an absolute shame, which I have to correct very, very soon. Now, what is the argument in not using 400 coins on a brand new character that you do not own? So, for example, somebody like Strength Bojack, or if you were missing someone like Tech Ultimate Gohan, or, you know, a physical Golden Frieza, or an Int Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or in the future, a Strength Videl. What's the merit in putting a dupe into someone like the LR AGL UI Goku? Let's just head over to him. What's the merit in doing that? Well, I would actually argue that Goku is the best 55% LR in the game. And why do I say that? Well, he has the unique mechanic alongside of Int LR Vegeta, where if he hits an additional attack, then that additional attack, that 12 key super attack, or just that normal additional attack is going to be a guaranteed crit. So him and Vegito are the only ones that are able to do that, which is insanity, right? It's absolutely insane in practice. The thing is, though, is his passive skill is so loaded at 50%, or 55%. 150% attack and defense, 70% chance to dodge. You have a 50% chance to crit on your super attack, get 100% chance on additionals, and you have a 30% chance of launching an additional super attack. So his kit is already overloaded at 55%. Now, if you decide to put one dupe in him, then you can throw 6 additionals and I believe 3 crit there. So instead of 50% crit, he's now going to be at 56% crit. And a little bit better, right? Not a huge jump, a little bit better. And then instead of 30% additional attack, he's going to have 42% additional attack, which is good. That's definitely nice. Going from 30 to 42 is definitely nice. Does that warrant 500 red coins over a category leader that you do not have? For example, Savior's Hybrid Saiyans, or like I said, GT Heroes, for example, Goku's family, GT Heroes, Vegeta's family, characters like that, right? Space traveling warriors, big name, big category leads. Is it worth throwing a dupe into someone like him or someone like the Vegeta here, who again has the same exact gimmick, has the damage reduction, but already has the 5 built-in dodge, so he's got a 10% chance to dodge. He's got the damage reduction. He's starting at 150%. Is putting more additional into him, going from that 30% to 40%, 42%, worth an additional 100 red coins, and missing out on a category lead you don't already have? I don't think it's worth. I think that you should always prioritize your 500 red coins on Dokkan Fest LRs you don't have, okay? So if you're missing someone like Strength Vegito, right? The Goku Vegeta. If you're missing these guys, 100% scratch, claw, and save until you get 500 red coins to grab these guys. If you're missing the LR Buhan, I just realized I only have super. So let me just throw extreme here. If you have LR Buhan, or if you're missing LR Buhan, LR Butanks, scratch, claw, and save. Grab those 500 red coins. Get this man. He is that good. There are certain Dokkan Fest LRs that are that damn good, right? Hell, even the Goku Vegeta, they wouldn't be my first pick if you're missing Dokkan Fest LRs, but if these are the only Dokkan Fest LRs you're missing, I would probably grab them over other TURs, okay? But, I say a very strong but, if you happen to have all of the Dokkan Fest LRs, like I do, and you are missing certain Dokkan Fest TURs, then I do think, especially for 2 reasons, that it's better to grab a Dokkan Fest TUR with your red coins than putting a single dupe, for a Dokkan Fest LR. 2 reasons. Number 1, it's going to help you clear more content. Because at the end of the day, having Goku, UI Goku, right, the LR AGL Goku, go from 30% additional to 42% additional will help you clear the content you're already able to clear just a little bit faster. He's going to crit just a little bit more. He's going to additional just a little bit more. And so it's going to help you clear that content just a little bit quicker. There is no content in the game that a 55% LR AGL UI Goku cannot beat. Nothing. Everything that he's meant to beat, meaning, missions and category SBRs and stuff like that, he at 55% can complete it. No problem. You can get unlucky sometimes where he doesn't dodge and he dies, but honestly, he'll die at a 100% the same way he would die at 55%. You kind of have to, make sure that you're covering his weakness in that 30% non-dodge chance. Or if you're going up against an enemy that eliminates your dodge, you got to cover up that weakness. It's going to be the same at 100% than at 55%. All right. He's not gaining that much more defense from 55% to 100%. And he's not going to be gaining more dodge. That's for sure. So getting the Dokkan Fest TUR that you're missing is going to help you complete those missions that you haven't been able to beat. Let's just say you haven't been able to beat Space Traveling Warriors Legendary Goku event, the GT one. Once you grab this Bojack, you're going to be able to create a better team, more options than if you were struggling trying to create like a pseudo Space Traveling Warriors under a different lead, but it's not really working. Or maybe you do get it to work, but it took you 20 attempts, 15 attempts. Whereas with this Bojack, maybe it would have only taken you 2 attempts, 3 attempts, because you were able to make a cleaner team, a more efficient team. Same goes for, Physical Golden Frieza here. Let's just say you're struggling in certain Super Battle Roads, right? And you decide to use 400 coins on this guy. And he just houses every Super Battle Road that he's in, dude. Every category. Resurrected Warriors. It doesn't matter what category SBR he's in. He is absolutely crucial for all of them. This is going to help you clear more content. A dupe is going to help you clear the content you've already been able to clear more efficiently. New Dokkan Fest TURs will help you clear content you weren't able to clear. And at the end of the day, for me, here's the second reason why you should choose brand new units you don't have over dupes for characters you already have. And again, that's saying that you're not missing Dokkan Fest LRs. Get your Dokkan Fest LRs first. Get that requirement fulfilled and then start going for Dokkan Fest TURs. But with that said, the second reason is I'm a collector. This is like Pokemon, man. You got to catch them all. You think for a second I'm going to be going months and months and months missing a Dokkan Fest TUR? Who am I, a pleb? What kind of argument is that? Oh, he's not top 10, so you don't need him. I don't care if he was bottom 100, bruh. I need that strength Bojack. And even then, I think that he's up there. He's definitely in the higher tier of Dokkan Fest TURs. He may not be top 10, but I don't rank units in top 10. Anybody who does go 1 through 10 is trolling, because units are good in certain situations. They're better in others. And so comparing it in a direct 1-to-1 ratio is actually troll. It just shows me you don't really understand this game. And I'm not saying like people that make a top 10 and then disclaim it by saying like, hey, obviously this is the thing, but overall I'll say this. Okay, I definitely understand that. I'm talking about people that just with their dying breath say, oh no, this character is number 3 and this character is number 4. It's like, no one actually believes that, because this game has so many different ways that it can be played. It's like Dokkan Battle has different sports in it. Those are the different events. One sport is basketball, one sport is baseball, one sport is hockey, one event is actually tennis, and you have units that are better suited for different things. And so saying one unit is the best overall, it's like, okay, you can say like the best athlete overall, but are they the quickest? How are you rating that overall? Is it damage that's number 1 that's weighted more heavily? Is it their defense? Is it their survival? Is it their speed that they can clear things? Is it the amount of things that they can clear? Is it the amount of teams that they can go on? How are you rating this overall? There's no real clean way to argue it. So it's actually troll. But with that said, again, I'll make my point very, very clear. If you have all Dokkan Fest LRs, then start getting the TURs you are missing before you get dupes for your Dokkan Fest LRs. If you are missing a Dokkan Fest LR, then grab that Dokkan Fest LR, because pretty much every single Dokkan Fest LR is a game changer. If you enjoyed this video, You already know what to do. Leave a comment down below. While you're down there, if you're brand new, you can click that blue join button, become a boomer champion like Joe V, or do it the free-to-play way. Gently rub that sub button, gingerly ring that bell button, lovingly kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.